Gentlemen, let's have some straight talk. If your mornings aren't quite sparking the way they used to, if that youthful vitality feels a little dimmer, and you know exactly what I mean by that feeling of things not being as reliably energetic or robust as they once were, then you absolutely cannot afford to miss this crucial information. You're already enjoying that comforting cup of coffee every single morning, aren't you? What if I told you that adding just a few simple, natural elements to that daily brew could actually unlock incredible improvements in your blood flow, sustain your energy throughout the day, and yes, even restore those critical morning situations to a more dependable, confident state? Situations that perhaps over the years have become a bit less consistent than you'd like? I'm Dr. William Lee, and I've dedicated over a decade as a urologist to helping men navigate these very personal challenges. I've personally witnessed thousands of men grapple with these issues, and what I've learned is that often the most effective, powerful solutions aren't found lurking in your medicine cabinet. Surprisingly, they might be right there in your kitchen. Today, I'm going to reveal exactly what you can add to your morning coffee to transform it from merely a wake-up drink into a powerful elixir that actively supports your performance and overall well-being throughout your entire day. And before any of you start thinking this sounds like some far-fetched, unproven alternative medicine theory, understand that every single recommendation I'm sharing with you today is rigorously supported by genuine published research. We're talking about credible, peer-reviewed scientific studies, not unsubstantiated internet rumors. But even more compelling, these are strategies that real men in my practice have successfully incorporated into their lives, witnessing tangible improvements for years. Coffee, in its pure form, is undoubtedly wonderful. It kickstarts your blood flow, banishes morning grogginess, and sharpens your mental focus. However, here's a reality many don't consider. Plain coffee often delivers that familiar spike of energy, only to be followed by an inevitable, unwelcome crash. Your heart might race for a bit, but then before you know it, you're already reaching for that second cup by mid-morning, struggling to maintain momentum. And while that temporary caffeine hit might boost circulation fleetingly, it does little, if anything, to address the deeper, underlying physiological changes that become increasingly significant after you pass the age of 50. At this stage in life, your natural testosterone levels begin to decline, your blood vessels can lose their youthful flexibility, and that quick burst of caffeine, while welcome, is akin to simply applying a band-aid to a more profound issue. Our goal, gentlemen, is to intelligently transform your everyday coffee into a potent tool that genuinely supports what's happening within your body, allowing you to maintain the same comfortable morning routine, but now it's working actively for you in ways that truly matter for your vitality and confidence. Consider it this way. You wouldn't fill a high-performance sports car like a Ferrari with low-grade fuel, would you? Similarly, after 50, your remarkable body deserves premium, high-octane support, not just the basic stuff. And the truly remarkable aspect is that you can elevate your coffee experience with ingredients you likely already have in your kitchen or can easily purchase for just a few dollars at any local grocery store. First on our list is cinnamon. And no, I'm not suggesting you dump half the container into your cup. A simple quarter or perhaps half a teaspoon, depending on your taste preference, is all it takes. But here's a crucial detail. Not all cinnamon varieties are created equal. Ideally, you want to seek out Ceylon cinnamon, distinguishing it from the more common cassia cinnamon typically found in most grocery stores. Ceylon variety contains significantly lower levels of coumarin, a compound that can potentially be taxing on your liver if consumed in high doses daily. Now, why is cinnamon so important? It's essentially nature's elegant blood sugar regulator. Studies have demonstrated its remarkable ability to reduce fasting blood sugar levels by nearly 30%. Maintaining stable blood sugar is absolutely paramount for robust erections. When your blood sugar fluctuates wildly throughout the day, it systematically and silently damages the delicate, microscopic blood vessels that supply blood to the penis. These vessels are astonishingly fine, smaller than a human hair, and they are unfortunately the first to suffer when blood sugar control falters. Uncontrolled high blood sugar leads to a process known as glycation, effectively turning your blood into a thicker, syrupy consistency that gradually gums up and harms your precious blood vessels, much like sandpaper abrading your arteries. Cinnamon contains potent compounds called polyphenols that help to smooth out these fluctuations, keeping your blood sugar levels steady, which translates directly into superior blood flow precisely where it counts most. What's truly fascinating is that cinnamon also has a gentle warming effect that aids in relaxing blood vessels through a process called vasodilation. Think of that pleasant warmth you feel when you consume something mildly spicy. It's a similar, albeit subtler, mechanism. The key compound responsible is cinnamaldehyde, which actively encourages your body to produce more nitric oxide, the very same crucial molecule that popular medications like Viagra also leverage. Many men tell me they experience a much more balanced and consistent energy level throughout their day when they include cinnamon in their coffee. No harsh jitters, no sudden crashes, just sustained, steady vigor. One 58-year-old contractor patient of mine specifically noted that this small change made the difference between needing an afternoon nap and confidently powering through his physically demanding jobs. As an added bonus, it infuses your coffee with a sophisticated, rich flavor reminiscent of a gourmet drink from an upscale coffee house. The combination of cinnamon and coffee is actually centuries old, a staple in many Mexican and Middle Eastern cultures who recognized its profound benefits long before modern science provided the evidence. Next up, let's talk about cocoa powder. And to be clear, I'm referring to pure, unsweetened cocoa powder, not the sugary hot chocolate mix often laden with sweeteners and additives. We want the kind so dark it's almost black. Just a single teaspoon, stirred diligently into your coffee, can initiate remarkable changes. Cocoa is a veritable powerhouse of flavonoids, particularly epicatechin and catechin. These are the very same beneficial compounds responsible for the health advantages attributed to dark chocolate, but here you get them without the excess sugar and calories. These flavonoids perform a critical function. They significantly boost your body's production of nitric oxide. For those unfamiliar, nitric oxide is essentially the master switch governing erectile function. It's the biochemical signal that instructs your blood vessels to fully dilate and allow a generous rush of blood to flow in. While your body typically produces ample nitric oxide in your younger years, its production can diminish by approximately half after the age of 50. The more nitric oxide your body generates, the easier and firmer your erections tend to become, and cocoa has been scientifically proven to enhance its production naturally. A compelling study published in the Journal of Hypertension indicated that men who consumed cocoa daily experienced improvements in blood flow that were comparable to some prescription medications, yet without any of the associated side effects. We're talking about an impressive 30% improvement in flow-mediated dilation, which is clinical terminology for how effectively your arteries expand. Cocoa also has a fascinating effect on your mood. It contains compounds called anandamides, which are the very same chemicals your brain releases when you're experiencing the euphoria of falling in love. It quite literally makes you feel good. Additionally, it offers phenylethylamine, a natural compound known for its antidepressant qualities. So not only are you supporting your physical performance, but you're also boosting your mental game. And let's face it, a significant portion of performance is undoubtedly psychological. Another rarely mentioned advantage is cocoa's rich magnesium content. Magnesium is absolutely vital for healthy testosterone production and optimal muscle function. The vast majority of men are deficient in this essential mineral, making cocoa a delicious and convenient way to supplement your intake. As for the taste, it elegantly transforms your regular coffee into a delightful mocha, but without the detrimental sugar overload. If you initially find it a tad bitter, a minuscule amount of stevia or monk fruit, both natural sweeteners that won't spike your blood sugar, can be a great addition. Now let's turn our attention to masa powder. This root has a truly fascinating history, having been utilized in Peru for thousands of years, where it's affectionately known as natural Viagra. However, its mechanism is entirely different. It doesn't force blood flow for a few hours. Instead, maca gently supports your body in naturally producing more of its own hormones. Maca thrives in the incredibly harsh conditions of the Andes Mountains, at altitudes of up to 14,000 feet, where almost no other vegetation can survive. This extraordinarily challenging environment imbues the plant with incredible resilience and a dense concentration of nutrients. It boasts an impressive profile of 19 amino acids, vitamins C and E, and essential minerals like calcium, zinc, iron, and magnesium, alongside unique compounds called macanists and macamides that are exclusive to this remarkable plant. The research on maca is quite compelling. A 2009 study showed that men who consumed 2.4 grams daily, roughly a teaspoon, for 12 weeks reported significant improvements in desire and overall performance. Another study demonstrated its positive impact on sperm production and motility. But here's the crucial takeaway. Maca is not a stimulant. It's classified as an adaptogen, meaning it helps your body adapt to stress and restore physiological balance. What truly sets maca apart is its apparent ability to influence the hypothalamus and pituitary gland, which are the master controllers of your entire hormone system. Rather than introducing exogenous hormones, it empowers your body to optimize its own hormone production. This is why its beneficial effects tend to accumulate gradually over time, rather than delivering an abrupt, immediate jolt. A teaspoon in your coffee lends a subtly nutty, almost butterscotch-like flavor. Some men find it immediately appealing, while others may need a little time to adjust to its unique taste. A useful tip: yellow maca typically has the mildest flavor, while red maca is often suggested for prostate health, and black maca is revered for its potent effects on energy and stamina. I generally recommend starting with yellow maca for its gentle introduction. In terms of effects, most men report noticeable differences in both energy and desire within 2 to 3 weeks, signifying sustainable and genuine improvement rather than temporary fixes. The true beauty of maca extends beyond just erectile function. Men consistently report enhanced workouts, improved mental clarity, and a general feeling of being more like their authentic selves again. One patient, a 54-year-old teacher, vividly described it as if someone turned the lights back on upstairs, experiencing a newfound clarity and focus. Next, we address an ingredient that might initially sound peculiar: coconut oil in coffee. I completely understand the initial skepticism, but please, hear me out. When you thoroughly blend a teaspoon of coconut oil into your hot coffee, it creates an incredibly creamy, rich beverage that not only tastes indulgent, but also keeps you feeling satiated and energized for hours. You'll experience no frustrating mid-morning crashes, no gnawing hunger pangs, and no desperate reach for sugary pastries at 10 a.m. Now, for the science, testosterone, that vital male hormone, is fundamentally synthesized from cholesterol and healthy fats. Crucially, good fats, not the detrimental trans fat garbage. Your body absolutely requires these raw materials to produce hormones effectively. If you've adhered to a low-fat diet for years, mistakenly believing it was healthier, you might actually have been inadvertently depriving your body of the essential building blocks for hormone production. Coconut oil is rich in medium-chain triglycerides, or MCTs. Unlike other fats that demand extensive processing through your entire digestive system, MCTs take a direct route to your liver, where they are almost immediately converted into usable energy. It's akin to giving your body a shot of premium, readily available fuel. Approximately 60% of coconut oil consists of MCTs, particularly lauric acid, which also possesses valuable antimicrobial properties and supports your immune system. Studies consistently demonstrate that MCTs can significantly boost testosterone levels. One study found that men who regularly consumed MCTs had testosterone levels 20% higher than those consuming other fats. They also exhibited improved thyroid function, which is critical for maintaining a healthy metabolism and sustaining energy levels. Men who adopt this bulletproof coffee approach consistently report steady energy throughout the entire morning, enhanced mental clarity, and even improved performance during their gym workouts. The fat component cleverly slows down the absorption of caffeine, ensuring that instead of a jarring spike and subsequent crash, you experience a smooth, sustained release of energy over several hours. And over time, this consistent, healthy fat intake directly supports robust testosterone levels. The vital trick, however, is that you must blend it. Simply stirring it in will result in an unappetizing oil slick on top of your coffee. Use a dedicated blender, a small milk frother, or even a mason jar that you can vigorously shake. This blending action emulsifies the oil, transforming it into a luxurious, creamy, latte-like drink that, quite honestly, tastes superior to plain coffee, boasting the texture of a high-end coffeehouse beverage. Some men may initially find it a bit challenging to digest. Your gallbladder may need time to adapt to processing that much fat in the morning. Start with a mere half teaspoon and gradually increase the amount over a week or two. If any digestive discomfort arises, simply reduce the dose and build up even more slowly. As an alternative, you can also use pure MCT oil, which is more concentrated and often easier for some individuals to digest. Finally, let's consider ginger, whether fresh grated or in powdered form. This extraordinary spice acts like rocket fuel for your circulation. It contains potent compounds called gingerols and shogaols, which are powerful natural anti-inflammatories. They actively work to open up constricted blood vessels, reduce inflammation throughout the body, and incredibly, studies indicate it can even increase testosterone levels by shielding your testicles from damaging oxidative stress. While oxidative stress on testicles might sound a bit unusual, consider this. Your testicles are constantly facing various assaults from daily life, prolonged sitting creating heat, restrictive tight clothing, the everyday oxidative stress from normal metabolism, and exposure to environmental toxins. Optimal function requires your testicles to maintain a temperature 2 to 3 degrees Celsius cooler than your core body temperature. When they become overheated or stressed, testosterone production naturally plummets. Ginger helps to safeguard them, ensuring they continue to function properly. A 2012 study showed a notable 17.7% increase in testosterone after just 3 months of daily ginger supplementation. Another study demonstrated improved sperm count and motility. Researchers theorize that ginger achieves these effects by elevating luteinizing hormone, which in turn signals your testicles to ramp up testosterone production. In your coffee, ginger imparts a delightful, warm, spicy kick, not overpowering, but just enough to awaken your entire system. It's like the difference between a gentle alarm clock and a fire alarm. It gets you going without the jarring shock. Begin with a mere quarter teaspoon of ginger powder or a thin slice of fresh ginger, roughly the size of a quarter. When choosing between fresh and powdered ginger, fresh ginger offers more of the volatile oils that provide an immediate circulation boost, while powdered ginger is more concentrated in the active compounds that contribute to long-term benefits. I typically recommend fresh ginger in the morning for that invigorating wake-up effect, though powder is excellent for convenience, especially when meal prepping or traveling. A fair word of caution: ginger can be intense for some individuals. If you have a sensitive stomach, start with a very small amount or ensure you consume it with food. It also possesses a mild blood-thinning property, so if you are currently taking blood thinners, it's absolutely essential to consult your doctor before incorporating ginger into your routine. However, for most men, it is incredibly safe and has a long history of medicinal use spanning over 5,000 years. Now you might be thinking, am I supposed to transform my kitchen into a complex chemistry lab every morning? Absolutely not. Here's how to realistically incorporate these powerful additions into your daily life. Begin by introducing just one ingredient. For instance, try adding cinnamon to your coffee for a week, observing how you feel. Then, perhaps in the following week, introduce cocoa powder. It's not necessary, and likely even too much, to use all 5 ingredients every single day. For the pragmatic, busy man, here's a highly effective, simplified approach. Purchase pre-mixed cinnamon and cocoa powder, combine them, and keep the jar right by your coffee maker. 1 spoonful in your cup, and you're done. It literally takes 5 seconds. Or, if you prefer, invest in a quality maca powder and simply add that. It's that straightforward. If you occasionally desire to indulge, here's my personal weekend power coffee recipe. Brew your regular coffee, then pour it into a blender with a teaspoon of coconut oil, a half teaspoon of cinnamon, a teaspoon of cocoa, and a small piece of fresh ginger. Blend thoroughly for about 30 seconds. The result is a healthy, delicious drink that rivals any fancy coffee shop concoction. but with the added benefit of genuinely supporting your body. A crucial word of advice: do not overdo it. More is definitely not better here. Attempting to load your coffee with all 5 ingredients on day 1 will likely lead to digestive discomfort and may discourage you from continuing this beneficial practice. Start small and, crucially, manage your expectations. Don't anticipate overnight miracles. If you are grappling with serious medical conditions such as diabetes or heart disease, these additions are intended for optimization, not as a replacement for medication or professional medical advice. Please consult your doctor. Furthermore, avoid the sugary versions of these ingredients, such as sweetened cocoa powder, candied ginger, or cinnamon sugar, as these will negate the entire purpose of helping to stabilize your blood sugar. And finally, don't give up after just a week. Your body has been operating in a certain way for decades. It needs adequate time to adjust and respond to these new beneficial inputs. Give it at least a full month before you make a definitive judgment on its effectiveness. Here's my challenge for you. Pick just one ingredient. I strongly suggest beginning with cinnamon, as it's incredibly easy to incorporate and most people enjoy its flavor. Add a 1/4 teaspoon to your coffee every morning for the next 30 days. That's it. For week 1, focus solely on the cinnamon, noting how you feel. In week 2, if you're feeling good, add a teaspoon of cocoa alongside your cinnamon. For week 3, try maca 3 times during the week, perhaps on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And in week 4, experiment with either coconut oil or ginger, selecting whichever appeals most to you. Diligently keep a record of how you feel, track your energy levels, mood, those morning situations, your workout performance, or any other metrics important to you. Utilize your phone's notes app or even a simple piece of paper on your refrigerator. Rate your energy on a scale of 1 to 10 each day and make note of anything unusual, both positive and negative. I am genuinely confident that you will observe enough of a positive difference that you'll be motivated to continue and explore further. Most men who commit to this for a month ultimately make it a permanent, beneficial part of their daily regimen. And if you're ready to fully embrace this transformation, try my 3-ingredient starter combo: cinnamon, cocoa, and masa every morning for a month. The total investment for all 3 ingredients might be a mere $15. The potential upside? A renewed feeling of truly being yourself again. Gentlemen, you do not have to passively accept decline as an inevitable part of aging. Your morning coffee can transcend being merely a wake-up call. It can become a daily, natural source of support for everything that matters to you as a man. These aren't obscure or exotic ingredients. You can easily acquire them at any grocery store. They are affordable, their taste is pleasant, and they are firmly supported by both rigorous scientific research and thousands of years of traditional empirical use. So, tomorrow morning as you prepare your coffee, I urge you to reflect on this conversation. Remember that you possess the inherent power to significantly enhance your entire day simply by making a thoughtful addition to your cup. Your body is still capable of truly amazing things. Sometimes it simply requires the right kind of fuel. Drop a comment below and share what you currently add to your coffee. I'm genuinely curious about your existing routines. And if you decide to try any of these suggestions, please come back and share your experience. Your journey might just empower another man to take that crucial first step. If this information has been helpful, please hit the subscribe button for more candid, no-judgment conversations about men's health after 50. Just practical, effective strategies that truly work. And please consider sharing this video with a buddy who might also benefit. Sometimes the most profound thing you can do for a friend is to provide them with information that has the potential to profoundly change their life for the better. Until next time, this is Dr. William Lee, reminding you that small, consistent changes invariably lead to truly significant results. Stay strong, gentlemen.